Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I'm going to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, and scallywags. Each and every one of you, I'm going to welcome you to my channel. Well, you know, uh, that what is there's no way to break this story other than just jumping right in and breaking it. You know, my niece who had the operation. Her name was Samantha. Here she is. Here. She's doing fine. And here we are with the family yesterday. We all were here. They all were here with having Samantha out and about, you know, regaining her old self again. Well, during the time that she was in the hospital and the family needed money, you know, um, I asked those of you, who would help, and my cousin in New York. This is before Samantha had was in the hospital. She wanted to send Duchess $100, which was okay. So she explained to me about the Zelle process. So I opened up a Zelle account and found it. Okay, cool. So she sent me $100 to Duchess. So and in the meantime, I'm trying to put together a GoFundMe page or something like this for Samantha, but it never panned out. I couldn't get them to acknowledge my old account, which was very frustrating because it was an old account. So anyway, but in the meantime, one of my subscribers also donated money to Samantha, and I was very grateful and surprised that he would do that. Him and his wife. Yeah. And at the time, I posted a video, and I talked about it. But at the time, I did not want to mention his name, because I knew the position he had in life and who he worked for, and and not only that, I don't like using people's names unless I feel confident that it's okay or I got their consent to use it. So I just said, another one of my subscribers had donated money and just left it at that. Now, uh, uh, another one of my supporters donated $100. His name was Dre, Going Global. Now I can say his name because it just so happens that when he sent it, I was doing my Sunday morning classics. And although I got notification that a donation was made, I didn't know who it was from, because the name was unfamiliar to me. And so, I was going to say something on air about it. But again, not knowing who they are. But then he said, Gerard, he said, my wife sent you, sent Samantha some money and it's in this name. And I said, oh, okay. I said, it's all right if I use your name. He said, yeah, it's okay. You can use my name. So fine. So, okay. So I used this name. Now, what happened was that somewhere along the line, I guess the first donor, saw the video and saw my mentioning, his name, Dre going global. And then it turned out that he started to question about the money he gave me. How could like what happened to the money I sent? I said, what do you mean? What happened to the money you sent? You know, um, it went to where it was supposed to go to. It did what it was intended on doing. And then it came to mind now. This is a guy who pointed out to me that Calvin Sunshine had raised money for somebody, a brother who's having an operation, and a lot of his subscribers sent the money. But then after they sent him the money and he got out of the hospital and what have you, Calvin Sunshine decided to do a Zoom on him and did a Zoom on him and started giving him third degree about the money. What did you do with the money? What happened to it? All my subscribers, but they want to know. What do you mean? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. They want to know. It's a very very clear, you know, formula. If you send somebody money, or if you give somebody money, you're giving it to them to use at their own discretion, with no strings attached, with no criteria, with nothing. I mean, you gave to the cause or whatever it is, and you trust that they will put that money to the cause, and just leave it at that. But he started questioning about, oh, well, what's your medical plan now, or with this and what happened here and whatever, and it was quite humiliating for the guy, because here he is trying to get well, and you're questioning him, as if he did something wrong by accepting the money, and it's, oh, you said you would give it back, or what, I don't know about that. I may have just thrown that little part in, but the fact of the matter is that he was giving him all this guff about what happened to the money. What do you mean? Like, you sent it, he used it. I don't care if he paid for street entertainers. You sent him the money for him to do what he needed to do to get well. And if having street entertainers around him for the duration of his recovery, so be it. It went to a good cause, So anyway, so I'm saying that because this guy, it just so happens that they were over Sunday, and out of the blue, his wife contacts Samantha's mother, who was sitting right here. She's right here, and asks her, "Did you get the money?" And I was, first of all, I was embarrassed because apparently, uh, there was, for some reason, they felt that that I was a shyster, or I was some type of shady cat that that just took the money, and who are you dealing with, Pa? Who are you helping that you gonna turn around and say, what did you do with the money? So and then I showed her, just like I showed this guy, the video that I did on my YouTube channel, saying that you donated money and I didn't use your name because I didn't have consent to use it. And I showed her that. I said, see, I showed her the whole thread. You see, we had this whole dialogue about this, So, this is, so what prompted his wife, to want to reach out to her and ask her directly, it's, you know, it's, you know, I don't know what part of my character, or what I've shown you through my YouTube channel, uh, that that made you think I was a trigger, or made you think I was a bamboozler, or a scam artist, or a con man. You don't think that I was doing this just to line money in my pocket. But I'm curious to know, because as far as I'm concerned, I haven't I've been nothing but with the truth. You know. So the point being that, I guess, to stop harping on this and just let it be known that there are millions of being used to do transactions on the internet, be it on Zelle, or be it on you know you GoFundMe or whatever it is. But if you have it in your heart to donate to help somebody, you have to have it in your heart to trust that whoever you're giving them would do the right thing with it. Because if you don't, then don't send it. If you have any hesitation, don't send it. I have a hat upstairs. It's like one of these. Um, wait, hold on a second. I'll be right back. This used to be one of my favorite hats in Las Vegas. It was, it still is one of my favorite hats. And I was at an apartment. There was about maybe about 6 or 7 people in there, and we were all waiting for, I guess, for the pharmacist to come, or for somehow or another. I recall being the center of attention there. Maybe because of my nice car outside. Maybe because of how the girls, fussed over me. You know, and so I'm sitting at the table and I'm sitting like this with the hat on. And then when I got home, when I got home and I took my hat off, I never got these fixed. And I noticed that there were two cigarette burn marks on my hat. And I'm, you know yeah, I'm kind of pissed off, because I'm not pissed off at the clown who did it, because the clown is always going to be a clown. The person who's always going to, who's always going to be doing stupid shit is always going to do stupid shit. I'm upset of the people who were standing beside him and allow him to do that to me. So yeah, there are numerous times, I've stood up for people, and when I saw injustice was being to them, but then the world has changed. A lot of people just let it happen, and so I'll never forget that. Okay, so with that being said, I hope I explained to you the whole thing about when you give from your heart. You don't give to be, an investigator, whatever, or and just let it go at that. So, with that, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king and never say no. And I just want to piggyback for a second off of Smoothly. I like that brother. And he kind of reminds me, but he's in the U.S. I'm here. Is that you know I post these videos not because it's part of my livelihood or my income or anything like that. I post it because it's fun. It's something to do. You know, and he spoke about how a lot of times the videos for the Philippines are all the same. There's nothing new. They're not talking about nothing new. They're not showing anything new. It's all the same. And I can help you out with that because I remember when I first got on YouTube, the guy who was helping me with content, he said just talk about the Philippines. Don't talk about nothing else. Just talk about the Philippines. But there's only so much you can say about it. There's only so many resorts you can go to. There's only so many beaches you can go to. There's only so many mountains you can climb. There's only so many fish markets that you can walk down. There's only so many. After a while, everything gets redundant. So with that being said, Smoothly, take it with a grain of salt, man, and seek out the ones. I agree with you. Seek out the ones that you get the most information from, as far as being in the Philippines. All right. So I'll talk to you later, my brother. Stay well and stay blessed. I'll talk to you later. Peace.